Alright guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another comparison, as you guys can see from the title. So yeah, I haven't done a comparison Nerf video in a while, but today I finally decided to do it again, and I'm using my Sony camera, the vlogging camera, so quality will be at 4K, will be at its best. So today we're going to be comparing the ultimate showdown between two of the best Nerf blaster, between the stryfe and the Nerf Rival Challenger. So which one is better? Well, I guess we're going to find out in this video. So yeah, so let's get started. Alright, so first off we're going to start with the stryfe and then we'll move on to the Challenger. So stryfe, you can customize it very easy. You have a stock attachment point, you have a barrel attachment point, you have sling mounts, you have tactical rails on top and bottom. And the stryfe was one of the most hyped blasters from Nerf since it ever came out. Which is the first is, I think it's the blue one, and then they came to the orange one. Which I got about like 3 stripes right now. So, you know, I love the stryfe. Like, I will pick up a stryfe any day if I see a thirst or something like that. But the stryfe is so easy to mod. There's like a ton of mod work kits on Amazon and on like, you know, Etsy.com probably. Maybe even Worker probably. But you can customize this blaster so much. Like, you can put barrels, stock, like you can put anything that you want. You can repaint it. I know like Aaron Esser and Lord Drakenau, or is that how you spell his name? Not really sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but correct me in the comment down below if I'm wrong. But you know, they modded this stryfe up to look pretty dang cool. And I've been planning to mod mines, but I like to keep them stock, so because I like to keep their value. I don't want to mod them, but I may potentially mod them in the future. So yeah, so when you get the stryfe first, it comes in this form right here. No barrel attachment, no stock attachment, and it comes with one 6-round magazine. So this is like your standard 6-round mag. It's orange clear on this side, and then on the other side it's just plain orange. And it comes with some elite darts too, but you can obviously shoot any type of full-length dart out of this blaster and it'll feed it just fine. And magazine, my elite darts just pop out, but you know what I mean, because these elite darts, like over time as you shoot them, you see the heads in the back, they like kind of curve, so they don't hold them pretty well and they just pop out just like that. So that's why mine popped out. Let me go grab that real quick. Alright, so yeah, I'm probably need some new darts, but anyways, forget that one. And overall, yep, magazine release is very smooth, and I do like it a lot. And speaking of magazine release, the magazine release is located right next to the rev trigger, so you can extend your middle finger and hit it, or you can just use your offhand to take out the magazine. But I feel like the middle finger one is more comfortable because you can reload more faster. So, you know, I think that's pretty cool. And the trigger pull on this blaster is insanely smooth, kind of just like the Challenger. But the rev switch or rev trigger is super smooth because once you push it in, it goes all the way in. Not like the Challenger. The Challenger also disappears, but not as much as this one. That's why people like the stryfe so much. So yeah. I don't know if mine's modded, but check out how loud this thing is. I don't know if my mic can caught it, but here. It's so loud compared to my other ones. And the stryfe does require batteries, so 4 AA batteries on the right hand side of the blasters. As you can see, that's why the blaster is so unbalanced. As you can see, one side is like so thick, and then on the other side it's just thin, just like the Challenger, because your motors, your batteries, and all that electronic stuff is located on the right side of the blaster. So that's why you have a lot more mechanics working on this side compared to the plain side with nothing. So that's why the blaster may seem unbalanced, but overall it's still pretty cool. And the grip is very comfortable. Obviously the stryfe is one of my favorite blasters and one of the blasters that I will keep for a very long time, besides the Raven, because I do like the stryfe more than the Raven, but the Raven's pretty good, especially that Raven Stinger. Very rare blaster. I think the resale like $50,000, which is crazy. But yeah, you have sling mount, so you have one here and one down on the grip. It would be kind of weird to mount a sling like that. I don't know why Nerf didn't put it somewhere right here, but I get it. If they put it right there, like, you cannot put a tactical rail back there. But Overall, I don't mind the sling mount because I don't really run my blaster on a sling really. If it's like, unless it's like a nemesis or something like a big blaster, then I'll possibly can run on a sling, so I don't have to carry it around because it's probably pretty heavy, but that's not a big of a deal. And this is pretty much a semi-auto 6-round shot, you know, blaster, and I love the stryfe. I will pick up a stryfe any day if I see it. Like, who wouldn't pick up a stryfe, right? But now we're gonna move on to the Challenger and see how the internals and the features are on the Challenger. So let's move on to the Challenger. Alright, so now we're on to the Challenger, which is the brand new stryfe, Rival Stryfe from Rival. It released like a couple of days ago at Target, and I immediately ran to Target and ordered one, and the Challenger is one of the best Rival blaster in a while. And if you guys haven't checked out my review on the Challenger, go check it out. But today I'm just going to be comparing the two, between the Challenger and the stryfe. So up front, you do have a barrel attachment, but you may think this will accept normal Nerf attachments or Nerf barrels. No, it would not. It will not accept that at all. This barrel is way too wide, and the diameter on the regular Nerf barrel is way too small, so it obviously cannot fit in this barrel right here. But I have heard from Hasbro or Nerf that they're going to be making barrels, exclusive barrels for the Challenger soon, so I can't wait to see that. So the Challenger, like I told you guys, the stryfe takes 4 AA batteries. Well, this thing takes double that, 8 AA batteries. Well, it's Rival, so you expect a lot of batteries because, you know, those 2 big flywheels, you know, they need a lot of batteries. But, you know, I recommend rechargeable batteries for these things. If you guys don't know how, go check it out on Amazon. I will leave a link in the description down below for the rechargeable batteries if you guys are interested in that. Because I am not spending money, 8 AA batteries. You know how much money that is? It's a lot of money, but I'm not gonna zonk this too much because I do love the Challenger. But the only negative thing is it takes too much battery. So yeah, so I recommend the rechargeable battery packs. But link in the description down below if you guys are interested. But anyways, let's get back to the blaster. So as you can see, just like the stryfe, on the right hand side it's super wide, and on the other side just thin, as you can see. So here's the stryfe, you see how it's thin, and then look at the Challenger. You see how it's super thin on this side? So just like the stryfe, the motors and the mechanics are located on the right side. As you can see, these are big motors compared to the stryfe here. Look at that. Jeez, this thing is sticking out way more than the stryfe. Well, obviously it's Rival, but the Challenger shoots around 100 FPS, I think. And maybe you can get more if you mod it up, which I can't wait for, you know, Walkman S7 to mod his up. It'll look very cool. So, or Lord Dragon now. So, you have a tactical rail up here. It's kind of flimsy, kind of plasticky. I can kind of move it a little bit. That's kind of weird. And you do have some tactical rails on both sides. So, one on the right side, and also one on the other side, and also one on the bottom. And this clip right here actually moves, so that's pretty cool. You can clip this to something, so that's pretty good. And you have a carabiner clip back here which actually moves. Check that out. That is very nice. So to the safety. So this thing does have a safety. The stryfe doesn't, so that's kind of weird. But so on the inside, as you can see, it has a lock indicator and an unlock indicator. So on the you push it in, it is locked, but if you push it out, you can rev the blaster and you can pull the trigger. So yeah, but I almost forgot. So the access door, if you open this thing, you cannot rev the blaster. But if you open the Challenger, which I'm not sure if it will rev, take out safety, it will not rev. So it does have a access door locks feature, because obviously a kid would not want to stick their fingers in there while it's revving because it would hurt. So yeah, but as you can see, I'm gonna open it back up. Look at those 2 motors inside, bro. Those things are massive. But the access door is shut, it's sealed pretty tight, so you need a little bit more effort to open this thing compared to the stryfe access door, because it's more of a tight seal. But located on the left hand side, not the right hand side like the stryfe, is the battery door. So you unscrew the 2 Phillips head screws, and then you install 8 AA batteries. Well, I'm not gonna get too Nerf too much about that, because I know they're gonna hate me for it. But you know, I wish Nerf would, you know, give us batteries on the Nerf blaster one day. That would be totally awesome. but to the grip and the rev trigger and the trigger area. So grip, totally awesome, smooth as the stryfe, buttery smooth. This thing shoots buttery smooth too, so I do like that a lot. And the rev trigger, as you can see, it doesn't go in all the way like the stryfe does, but it's still pretty comfortable. I'd rather have this rev trigger than the Ultra 2's rev trigger. I mean, who wouldn't though? But anyways, the safety is very easy to push in and push out. So you can hit it with your finger pretty easy. You like that a lot. And the trigger area right here, very smooth. The only thing I like about the Challenger is when you shoot it, it makes like a nice popping sound. Because I don't know if it's from the rival round just hitting the flywheels, and it just makes that popping sound. But there is a hop-up unit in there, as you can see, that thing sticking out right there. That is a hop-up unit inside, so to give her, the rival rounds more spin, so it can travel more straight in its flight path. But to the magazine and the magazine release. So magazine release is like a flappy paddle. So from here reaching to here may be a little bit uncomfortable. So I recommend you use your offhand. But Nerf did not fix this. You see, that is the magazine catcher. So as you can see, I'm gonna get my rival round because it just dropped. But as you can see, these shoots the new Accu rounds, the rival Accu rounds. If you guys have not seen my comparison video between the Accu rounds and the rival rounds, the original yellow one, go check it out. But as you can see, rival did not fix the magazine catcher. As you can see, the balls fall out very easy when you take it out with the blaster. I did complain about that, but as you can see, this catcher is not good. Like if you load like 13 rival rounds, even though the magazine only holds 12, it actually fits 13. But if you actually put too much, once you get out the blaster, the ball just comes out because the catcher is not good. So I'm a little bit zonk about this magazine, you know what I'm saying? But overall, this magazine looks super goofy. I don't know what it reminds you guys of, but it reminds me of something which looks very goofy. But when you put it on the blaster, magazine release and taking the mag out and put it back in, smooth as butter as usual, just like the stryfe. But it does have a little clicking sound compared to the stryfe. Stryfe does have a clicking sound too, but it's more smoother. This one, you have to use a little bit more force, you know what I'm saying? But you do have some tactical rails, just like the stryfe, but the stryfe has 2 tactical rails. This one has, what's that, 4 tactical rails? Yep, 4 tactical rails. So, more tactics on this. But you ain't had no stock attachment though, just like the stryfe, but, I will get to the firing test too, just to compare how these two shoots. So, yeah, without further ado, we're going to get to the firing test and see how the Challenger and the stryfe shoot. So, let's get to the firing test. Alright guys, so now we're at my firing test. I'm downstairs, so I have a lot more room to move. But first, I'm going to fire test the stryfe and see how smooth it is. And then I'm going to get to the rival Challenger and fire test that and see how it fires compared to the stryfe. So let's first start out with the stryfe, because everybody knows what a stryfe is, you know what I mean? Very smooth, very buttery smooth and all that. But you know what I'm saying? Let's mag dump the 6-round magazine. Not much, but I have to keep it original and basic, you know what I'm saying? But alright, let's do it. Oh, buttery smooth. Alright, so that was 6 round. And it cleared it pretty well. No jams, malfunctions, or anything like that. But overall, the stryfe, obviously everybody knows how a stryfe performs, like very smooth. But now we're going to get to the Challenger and see how that thing fires. Pretty excited for that one. So let's get to the Challenger's firing test. Alright, so now we're at the Challenger's firing test. And I have 12 of the brand new Accu rounds. And yeah, let's see how this thing performs. You guys will hear that popping sound though, and you guys will know what I'm talking about. And it'll be very satisfying. So, and his camera has good audio too, so you guys will hear that pretty well. And let's take it off safety. And that clicking sound. Alright. Looks like a Micro Draco. Looks like a Z-Pap or something like that with this magazine, but maybe an AK-47 will have to stop. But anyways, I'm gonna let you guys hear this popping sound real quick. You guys hear that? Smooth. And accurate. Now I'm gonna do a little fast firing for y'all. Like you guys see what I'm saying? Cleared that magazine, no problem. And I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that popping sound was very satisfying. And you see the trigger pull? Very haptic and very smooth. So overall, Challenger's firing test is very impressive. Probably is going to be a tie between these, but hey, we'll see when I get to my opinion. So let's go to my opinion about both of these blasters. Alright guys, so as you guys can see, that was the firing test of the Stryfe and the Challenger. And now to my personal opinions about both of these things. Honestly, I'm sorry to say this, and I'm actually shocked, but the Challenger beats the Stryfe. Come on, Stryfe, I thought you were better. Well, I'm glad Nerf made a new one this year, and it's obviously better. And the only reason why I say the Challenger is better is it's more practical. It looks better. Well, who still doesn't like the look of the Stryfe? But comment down below if you like the Stryfe or the Challenger better. Because in my opinion, I like the Challenger, but some people's opinion they like the Stryfe. So, but in my opinion, I like the Challenger better. I'm sorry, Stryfe, but I still love the Stryfe. Hands down, one of the best blasters ever made. I still love the Stryfe, but the Challenger beats this challenge. Get it? Challenger challenge? Anyways, I'm making too much jokes, but the Challenger is more practical, the magazine capacity is more high, and it shoots rival rounds, so it's obviously at a higher FPS and more accurate compared to Elite darts. But obviously, you can shoot waffle heads out of the Stryfe and get like, accurate too. But obviously, if it's stock, it doesn't perform nearly as well or closely as well as the Challenger. But the Stryfe does hit around like 70 FPS, which is standard for Nerf Elite lines. But rival line shoots around 90 to 100 FPS. So, older age, higher FPS. You know what I mean? So, yeah. The Challenger definitely beats this challenge. I'm sorry, Stryfe, Sorry to let the Stryfe lose this challenge, but I will do more comparison with the Stryfe, actually. I'm planning on getting that Stryfe X, but I'm not paying over $100 for that thing, so wait for that thing to go on a sale or something before I get that, because I'm not paying over $100 just for a tuned-up Stryfe. I can do it myself for much cheaper, but anyways, the Challenger beats this challenge because it's more practical, it gets higher FPS, it's more accurate, and it comes with a higher capacity round magazine. The Stryfe does come with 6, and you can put different magazine in it too. I do get that, but honestly, right out of the box, like no mods or anything, this thing will outperform the Stryfe any day. So yeah, overall, the color scheme on this looks better than the Stryfe, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys' opinions are different, but overall, the Challenger beats this challenge. And if, like I said again, if you guys haven't seen my Challenger review, go check it out in the on my channel. So yeah, overall, that's all about my comparison video between the Stryfe and the Challenger. And as you guys would know it, the Challenger beats this challenge. That sounds like it was a joke again, but you know what I mean? The Challenger beats the challenge, the Challenger. You know what I mean? The Challenger beats the challenge. It's officially the Challenger. So yeah, overall, that's all about my comparison video between the Challenger and the Stryfe. Overall, I still love the Stryfe, but I will have to give the win to the Challenger. So yeah, overall, that's all about my comparison video of the Stryfe and the Challenger. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button, comment, and subscribe too. To stay tuned for more reviews in the future. And I hope Nerf comes out with more blaster. I heard the Dart Zone or Adventure Force coming out with the new Nexus Pro X and the Aeon Pro X. I can't wait for that. But yeah, overall, that's all about my comparison video. And thank you guys so much for watching my Nerf content. And if you guys do enjoy, smash that subscribe button. And smash that like button too on this video while you're at it before you leave. So yeah, overall, that's all about this video. I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.